Hello guys, and welcome to the 5th lesson on derivatives. I promised to do one with fraction. So yeah, I am fulfilling my promise. Okay, remember I said before you can do first principles, just do the traditional derivative, just to know or just to have an answer, you know what you're working towards. So let's derive that traditionally. Remember, we take the exponent and multiply the coefficient. 2 times half is going to be 1, 1x, and then we subtract 1 from the exponent. 2 minus 1 is going to be 1. So the answer is just x. We know that we must get x when we use the first principle. The first principle. Principles. Great. Let's write down the formula. F prime x equals the limit as h tends to 0. We have f of x plus h minus f of x over h. Great. We already have f of x, they gave it to us there. So this part, we already have f of x is half x squared. We do not have this part, so we need to work it out. We want f of x plus h. Again, building from lesson, what lesson? Lesson 2. If you check, x plus h is sitting where x was. So we're going to replace x by x plus h. So we're going to write half. Then where this x, we're going to write x plus h squared. Remember again, when you have a bracket and a square, it means write that bracket twice. Going back to multiplying binomials. Remember when I taught you how to multiply binomials or brackets? So we need to apply that here. Half, we're going to multiply the brackets. X times x is going to be x squared. X times h is xh. H times x is xh. H times h, h squared. Lovely. Let's consolidate. X squared. Xh plus xh is going to be 2xh plus h squared. Nice. And then half. Let's multiply everything by the half. Half multiplied by x squared is going to be half x squared. Half multiplied by 2xh is going to be just xh. Half multiplied by h squared is going to be half h squared. It looks good. Now we go back to the formula of the first principles, because now we have everything. Now we have the x, f of x plus h. We have everything now. Let's substitute. Limit as h tends to 0. F of x plus h. We know we can substitute that. Half x squared plus xh plus half h squared. Now we come to the minus f of x. F of x we know is that half x squared over h. Remember I said after substituting, things must start to cancel, right? So half x squared minus half x squared, they'll cancel. We have limit as h tends to 0. We have that left over h. We cannot just turn the h to 0 because h is a denominator there. If we turn it to 0, it's going to make everything invalid. We can't divide by 0 in mathematics, right? So we need to find a way to get rid of the h at the bottom. So we're going to say limit as h tends to 0. First term on the numerator is an h, and the second term is an h. So we're going to remove the common factor of h. So we have xh. If we remove h, we're going to be left with x plus. We have half h squared. So that means we have 2 of those. Now if we remove 1, we're going to be left with 1h over h. So we cancel that. Now we have limit as h tends to 0. X plus h. We are no longer dividing by h. we can allow h to be 0 now. So we're going to turn the h to 0. You drop the limit now because you are turning the h to 0. You don't need to write the limit. So x plus 0 is x. And we got the same answer as there. Everything is correct. Thank you very much, guys, for sticking with me throughout the series. I hope you picked something. I hope you learned. I will see you in the next lesson. God bless you. I can sing. Bye.